Following the World Health Organization (WHO's) declaration that COVID-19 is now a pandemic, Malaysia, which has recorded 149 positive cases, wants all mass gatherings to be postponed to minimize the spread of the virus. This includes religious events and gatherings. Labeling the spread a pandemic indicates that it has officially spread around the world. It is also a reflection of the WHO's concern at what it calls the alarming level of the coronavirus spread, severity and inaction, and the expectation that the number of cases, deaths and affected countries will continue to climb. Such development has prompted Putrajaya to advise the people in Malaysia who experience respiratory infection symptoms not to attend programs that involve crowded places, including religious activities.
Apa yang dimaklumkan oleh Jemaah Menteri, kita menggesa supaya kalau boleh kita mengurangkan crowd gathering dan juga mass event. Kerana ini adalah untuk kepentingan kita sendiri supaya kita tercegah daripada jangkitan coronavirus atau COVID-19.
The health minister was speaking to the media after visiting the Sungai Buloh Hospital in Selangor, the main dedicated health centre to treat the coronavirus infection. He also said that following WHO's declaration of COVID-19 as a pandemic, Malaysia is at the highest level of preparedness.
Ya, apa yang plan kita ada kesiapsiagaan menyediakan sebuah hospital yang memang khusus untuk COVID-19 dan kita mempunyai keupayaan untuk sampai ke berapa bed itu, Pak? 700. Kita boleh berupaya untuk mengendalikan hingga 772 pesakit at one time di sini di Hospital Sungai Buloh.
On a gathering from February 27th to March 1st at the Sri Petaling Mosque in Selangor, where a Bruneian man infected with COVID-19 also took part, the health minister called on those who attended the gathering to cooperate with the health ministry to ensure that COVID-19 does not spread in the community. They should report to the authorities if they show any symptoms of COVID-19. Meanwhile, after recording its first ever COVID-19 case, Brunei has recorded 10 more confirmed infections in the country, all of which were traced back to the tabligh event in Sri Petaling, Kuala Lumpur. Local health authorities said the new cases are all linked to the 53-year-old man who was found to have gone to the tabligh and returned home on March 3rd. As of recently today, all 11 new cases are in stable condition without high fevers or in need of respiratory aid. The new cases include contacts of the first man, including his 46-year-old wife and 2 children who did not travel with him to Malaysia. Another was a 61-year-old man and his 30-year-old son who went to the event, with the latter later infecting his 33-year-old wife. Around 90 Bruneians were at the same religious event at the Jami' Sri Petaling Mosque on February 28th until March 3rd. Investigations are still ongoing into the new cases, including contact tracing for all of the 11 cases, and a quarantine order has been issued to all contacts of every case. Health authorities in Malaysia are currently trying to track other attendees of the event and have asked them to contact the Crisis Preparedness and Response Centre via its hotline stated on the screen. And now, in response to the COVID-19 being declared a pandemic, weekly Friday prayers at mosque will be shortened, while masses at Catholic churches in the peninsula have been suspended. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Sri Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Al-Bakri, said prayers at mosque can still be performed with precaution and guidelines. Mosques have been urged to take necessary steps to ensure the health and safety of the congregation. He also said that those showing COVID-19 symptoms need not to go for Friday prayers, as sick people were exempted from attending. The issue of Friday prayers was among 5 other working papers related to COVID-19, which would be submitted to the National Fatwa Council. Other items including shaking hands, organising wedding receptions, handling an infected person's remains and others. While for the Catholic Church in Peninsular Malaysia, all public masses are suspended beginning this weekend. The Catholic bishops of Peninsular Malaysia announced today that all weekend and weekday public masses will be suspended from March 14th or March 13th if the state's weekend begins on Friday to March 29th. Similar suspension applies to other church activities such as catechism, classes, meetings, gatherings, formations and fellowship sessions which need to be cancelled or placed on hold during the suspension period. Malaysia has a wider current account surplus and its foreign exchange buffer to face the effects of COVID-19. According to Fitch Ratings, Malaysia's strong financial standing is better than its peers within the same international rating system. With Malaysia's strong financial standing, Fitch explained that it enables foreign investors to play an important role in financing Malaysia's public debt. However, the rating agency said market tension could occur due to uncertainties in the political front lately and the fall in the oil price impacting the government's fiscal target. Fitch added that its previous growth forecast for Malaysia at 4.3% for this year looks unattainable now and could be lower by a percentage point. Prasarana has been cleaning the mass rapid transit MRT, light rapid transit LRT and monorail lines and buses operated by the company daily since the breakout of COVID-19. Chief Operating Officer for the Sungai Buloh Kajang MRT line, Azmi Muhammad Zain, gave this assurance to commuters that they have ramped up their cleanliness to ensure the virus doesn't spread through the public transport operated by them.
Aktiviti penyah virus ini akan berlaku bermula waktu malam. Selepas semua tren pulang ke depo, kita akan melakukan pembersihan tren ke semua tren di dalam depo. Jadi kita akan pastikan sebelum bermula operasi pukul 6 pagi esok, semua tren telah dicuci. Dan untuk staf pula, semua kena mengikuti saringan kesihatan sebelum mereka memulakan tugas atau memasuki office.
Azmi also stressed that the cleaners also focus on cleaning each train during the morning and afternoon peak hours between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. as well as between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Outside of these peak hours, the cleaners will focus on cleaning the station itself by disinfecting surfaces touched by commuters such as the escalators and ticket machines. Malaysia Airlines Berhad MAB has asked its 13,000 employees to take voluntary unpaid leave as the spread of COVID-19 takes a heavy toll on airlines' bottom line. When contacted, an MAB spokesperson said the national carrier is offering all employees the option of taking 3 months no-pay leave or 5 days no-pay leave per month for at least 3 months starting April. On Monday, MAB Group CEO Captain Ismail announced a 10% pay cut for its senior management as part of measures to lower operational cost and also forego their allowances. The voluntary unpaid leave program is extended to employees employed by subsidiaries of Malaysia Aviation Group such as MAB Cargo, MAB Engineering, Firefly and Mars Swings. Already, major international airlines such as Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, British Airways, Lufthansa, Emirates, Virgin Atlantic and EasyJet are offering staff unpaid leave. In another development, Malaysia Airlines has temporarily suspended its return flights to Seoul, South Korea starting tomorrow until March 31st. The national carrier in a statement said this follows the government's decision to ban travellers from Iran, Italy and South Korea, while Malaysians returning from the three countries will be quarantined for 14 days. Malaysia Airlines will manage its final flight MH66 from Kuala Lumpur to Incheon today with the return flight on MH67 tomorrow. Affected passengers can request for alternative travelling dates until December 31st, 2020, ask for full refund, or be diverted to other destinations in China or Japan. A pandemic declaration of COVID-19 outbreak by the World Health Organization WHO ought not to incite unnecessary panic. According to WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the outbreak can still be controlled as it appeared to be declining in countries such as China and South Korea. The WHO Director General added, declaring a pandemic does not change WHO's assessment of the threat posed by COVID-19 outbreak, as there is no criteria for what reaches the level of pandemic and what does not, and there is no threshold of cases or deaths that triggers the definition. A pandemic is a worldwide spread of a new infectious disease, usually affecting a large number of people, as there are now over 118,000 confirmed cases of the illness in 114 countries and territories around the world. So far, 4,291 people have lost their lives, and it is the first time WHO has called an outbreak a pandemic since the H1N1, which is the first pandemic caused by coronavirus.